Hey guys, welcome back to Grass Life. My name is Yaz and I'm going to be your Grass Life guru. Let's talk about this epidemic that's happening because I'm concerned for the greater good. People are spending hours outside in the sun, literally just laying there, cooking, or going to a tanning bed just to get a desirable golden skin tan color. But they're spending hours under the killer rays of the sun. Killer rays? Yes, killer rays. Did you know that UVC rays are actually used to sterilize things? That's right, they use UV rays to kill all living things. Bruh, what the heck do you mean? Now, rumor has it there's something called an ozone layer that protects this earth, and that absorbs most of the UVC rays that come from the sun. But you and I both know that humankind has destroyed that layer with all of the animal agriculture, all of the fossil fuels that are burning, all of the other things that humans are doing that are terrible and burning through the ozone layer. Yeah. Okay, so since there's UVC rays, are there other types of UV rays? Because obviously C isn't the first letter in the alphabet. Yeah, no, I'm glad you asked. That's a valid question. There are UVA and B rays as well. UVA rays have the longest wavelength, which means they penetrate deeper into your skin and they cause things like aging and wrinkling. So brother, if you do not want to look like an old leather bag, stay out of the sun. UVB rays actually have the largest effect on the surface layer of your skin. And what does it do? It causes burns, redness, and skin cancer. So you know those UVB rays that we talked about a little bit earlier? Yes, so those UVB rays actually penetrate the DNA in your skin and cause mutations and burn and damage a lot of the skin cells, whatever you want to call it. And they create thymine diners. Now that sounds a lot prettier than it actually is. So your body has this natural defense system where it puts all of its healing resources to the site of damage, essentially creating heat and rushing all of the fresh blood that contains all of the nutrients that it needs for repair to this damaged site. Now you see where I'm going with this, right? That's why when you get a sunburn, it feels really hot and it's red because all of that healing power has just come to the surface to fix what you've just damaged with the sun rays. Now I know what you're thinking. Yes, you're crazy because our bodies are designed to fight off these things and kind of fix itself and correct things. Brother, look, there are so many times where this natural defense system has missed a few things or just has broken down and let things slip underneath the radar. And it gets out of control, and that's when you get things like skin cancer. What is cancer? Cancer is uncontrolled cell growth of a mutated cell, which literally told its buddy cells, hey, I think you should mutate too. This is the way to go. We are surviving and thriving and taking over this whole world that we call a human being. So essentially when you get a sunburn, once everything's all healed, you may think that everything's hunky-dory, everything's perfect, look at me, I'm good to go for another round of tanning. Listen girl, you actually probably have a couple mutated cells still in there underneath, a little bit deeper than that first surface layer, but it's just creeping and crawling and staying underneath there, and it could potentially turn into skin cancer. So the more sunburns that you get, the more of these undetected mutated cells that you have in your body, and you are exponentially increasing your risk of getting skin cancer. This kind of erases the question, why do people go to tanning beds? Well, they have this addiction with looking bronze. They want to look super tan all year round. You know what's crazy? Halfway around the world, people there actually crave to have whiter skin. In their culture, having whiter skin means that you're wealthier. It means that you don't have to go outside and you don't have to work in the fields. And here in North America, having bronze skin means that you're so wealthy that you don't need to work and you have free time to go sit outside in the sun bronzing yourself, cooking yourself, giving yourself skin cancer. Okay, so at what point is your skin actually tanning and then it turns into burning? What is a tan? What causes a tan? This is an excellent question. I'm so glad you asked. So essentially what gives you that nice golden glow is a protein in your skin cells called melanin. Melanin. Contrary to popular belief, this is not that pill that you pop to help you get to sleep to avoid jet lag. That's melatonin. So what does melanin do? Melanin is a protein that floats around in your cell, and anytime UV rays come in, this melanin actually blocks it up and bounces it back into the universe because it wants to protect your cell's DNA. This means that people with darker skin are actually built for the future. They're gonna be the ultimate race that's going to survive this planet once we've destroyed completely 100% the ozone layer. So I'm not saying that if you're a bronze beauty naturally, you should be spending more time in the sun. I'm just saying, you know, just you got a little bit more time. Okay, so now that we've discussed the dangers of this epidemic and this sun thing that's happening outside, how do we avoid getting skin cancer? How do we avoid getting burns? Well, it's simple. A, stay inside. Nobody ever hurts you if you stayed in your own house, you know. You miss out on a lot of opportunities, you don't make as many friends when you're staying at home, but girl, you hella safe. You a lot of safe when you stay home. I need to go outside. What other options do I have? I can wear long sleeves. Long sleeves, cotton, it breathes. Preferably lighter colors because darker colors attract more sun and heat you up. So long sleeves, cover yourself up. You see these girls wearing these really tiny booty shorts where you can almost see their anus. I'm not interested. I'm gonna be wearing full-length leggings or pants because I want to protect myself from the damaging rays. If you wear a hat in the sun and you avoid getting sun damage on your face, girl, you're gonna be saving so much money on Botox and all those creams that you're gonna be doing to reverse that aging effect. How about we just start right at the root? Avoid the sun. This one, everybody should have already heard of. I'm sure that you used to wear sunscreen when you were a child, and now you think you're immune to the sun. Which is a little bit ironic because the ozone layer is a lot thinner now than it used to be. Sunscreen has something called SPF, Sun Protection Factor. What does that really mean? It just means that this is how long. What does that mean? That just means how strong the sunscreen can protect you from the UV rays of the sun. One thing that you need to watch out for is you want to make sure that your sunscreen says broad spectrum. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I've never seen a sunscreen that hasn't had the words broad spectrum on it, but you gotta be sure, okay? You gotta make sure that you're looking, you're reading, you're doing your research before you slap on something onto your skin. Could be milk, you never know. Sunscreen comes in a variety of different SPFs, ranging from SPF 15 all the way up until SPF, I think I've seen SPF 110. Maybe there's something longer, but what does it really mean? Again, I'm not 100% sure, but after a little bit of research, it said that if you do SPF 15, the maximum time that you can spend in the sun without having to reapply is 45 minutes. And then if you do SPF 50, you will be protected for 150 minutes. Granted, these numbers do not take into account if you're sweating or swimming. If you are perspiring or have any type of moisture on your skin, you're gonna have to reapply a little bit more. But if you aren't sweating, which is impossible for me, and if you're not swimming, then you are good for that allotted time period. Now, if I did my calculations correctly, if you take the SPF number, multiply it by 3, that gives you the number of minutes that you can spend on. That gives you the number of minutes that you can spend in the sun without having to reapply. You know, I'm not just a pretty face. Sometimes not even that. Oh my god, I forgot to show you sunscreen. So these are my favorite brands of sunscreen. This is Alba Botanica. I've got the facial one and I've got the sport one. So these are SPF 40. If we're doing our math right, I can stay in the sun for, carry the one, 120 minutes 2 hours. Isn't it crazy how drastically wild different cultures view the exact same topic? I mean, I think the ladies across the world who wear the hats to protect their face, the longer sleeves, stay indoors more, they've got the right idea. Obviously, I think people with all different skin colors are extremely beautiful. If anything, I love seeing that diversity of different complexions, different walks of life, different personalities, different styles, especially when it comes to dressing themselves in different colors and patterns and shapes and stuff. It's just really interesting that people around the world view different complexions as beautiful or not. I think everybody's beautiful, honestly. I think you should just embrace yourself for who you are. I was once told that our creator of this simulation makes no mistakes, and I 100% believe that. I think we were all designed perfectly, and we all have one specific purpose and talent to share with the world. I don't think your skin color should have any effect on your self-esteem. You're beautiful, fam. Alright, you guys have probably had enough weirdo yas for one day, so I'm gonna let you go. But if you want to hang out with me in between uploads, I know it's been a little bit, it's been a little bit rough, I get it. Okay, I'm just trying to give you guys more quality over quantity, but I know a lot of you want quantity. We'll get there, don't worry. So if you want to hang out with me in between uploads, we've got a Snapchat, we've got an Instagram, we've got a Twitter. I don't think my Snapchat actually works by this name, but if you can find me, come on, hang out, let's have a snapping old good time. If you have any questions, there's a comment box down there. If you want to keep hanging out and watch every other episode that I've made thus far, click that little subscribe button. I don't really know where it is in comparison to where I am in the screen, but go ahead and click the subscribe button, join our Grass Life family, and I am so excited to see you next time. I love you very much. Peace out, hippies.